Hi there. You probably weren't expecting kittens. Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Cats don't have anything to do with my Kickstarter pitch, but I wanted you to have something cute to look at while I tell you about my project. Because otherwise it would just be me awkwardly talking into the camera, and that would just be weird for both of us. Also, these adorable critters are all available for adoption at my local cat shelter, and I thought it would be nice to help find them homes. I'll have some information about that at the end of the video. Anyway, hi! My name is John Joseph Adams, and I'd like you to help fund my robot army, an anthology of improbable, futuristic, magical, and alternate world crowdfunding projects. See? Nothing to do with cats. If you're a regular Kickstarter backer, you've probably seen some unique Kickstarters in your time. But one thing all of those projects boringly had in common was, they abided by the physical laws of the universe. So if what you've always been looking for in a Kickstarter, and couldn't find, was a project that allowed you to summon demons, defy gravity, wield magic, or violate causality, then this is the Kickstarter for you. I'm the editor of the digital magazines Nightmare and Lightspeed, and more than a dozen anthologies, including Wastelands, The Living Dead, and Brave New Worlds. I've also been nominated for the Hugo and World Fantasy Awards several times, and I've been working in the science fiction and fantasy field for more than a decade. This project was inspired by a story submitted to me at Lightspeed magazine. A writer named Keffy Curley sent me a story called Help Fund My Robot Army, which was told in the form of a Kickstarter pitch. When I read the story, my first thought was, this story is really funny. My second thought was, I should build an anthology around it. My third thought was, obviously the anthology should be launched via Kickstarter. You can read Keffy's story right now in the October 2013 issue of Lightspeed. It's free. The anthology will include a reprint of Keffy's story, plus about 25 original science fiction or fantasy stories in Kickstarter form. In other words, the stories will be told in the form of a Kickstarter pitch, using the components and restrictions of the format to tell the story. So the writers will imagine project goals, rewards, user comments, project updates, FAQs, and other components of a Kickstarter pitch to tell the story. The idea is to replicate the feel of a real Kickstarter, so even though the fictional crowdfunding projects the writers come up with may be preposterous in the real world, they'll feel like authentic Kickstarter projects. Though of course some creative license will be taken. We've recruited a great lineup of authors to write for the anthology. A lot of the authors we have on board have actual real-world experience doing Kickstarters. We've got folks like Monty Cook, creator of the Numenera RPG, and David Malky, the mastermind behind the Machine of Death party game and the Wondermark webcomic, as well as novelists like Tobias Bickel, Tim Pratt, Chuck Wendig, Mary Robinette Kowal, and Mer Lafferty. We've also got people like Seanan McGuire, Scott Sigler, and Daniel H. Wilson on the hook to write stories for the book. Check out our Kickstarter page to see a complete list of the writers who will be participating. We've got a bunch of great rewards for backers to choose from. If you donate $10 or more, you get a copy of the anthology, but there's lots of other prizes to pick from as well, such as subscriptions to Lightspeed and Nightmare, and signed copies of my anthologies. Well, that about does it for my pitch. Thank you very much for listening, and please help fund my robot army. All of the cats in this video are currently available for adoption, or at least they were when we recorded on September 21st. Except for that super adorable guy on the bed at the end of the video. That one belongs to me. If you live on or near the central coast of California, and you want to adopt a cat, maybe one of the cats featured in this video, go to vivaonline.org for more information.